Hey guys, it's me, the Senile Simmer. Welcome back to my channel. I have something a little bit different for you today. I have been feeling like playing The Sims a lot lately, to the point where if I made videos of everything I wanted to play, I would never get them edited and up, and then I couldn't play. So what I've decided is to play off screen for a while, and I decided on the Never Get Bored Legacy Challenge by Storytellerwhims. We start off in Generation 1 with Emily Bartlett. She's living in Henford on Bagley. Her traits are animal lover, vegetarian, and non-committal. She has the country caretaker aspiration and a temporary gardening career. Her colors of choice are green and light blue, and her skills to max out for this generation are gardening and parenting. I found a house on the gallery by Super Spy 185. Unfortunately, we had to purchase it without the furniture, so good luck, Emily. She got her first disease and also her first weird guy saying, "Oh, I've admired you from afar and can we meet?" She said yes, and about 10 minutes later he asked her on a date, and before the end of the date he's now her woohoo partner and is moving in, which is fine for now. But she's supposed to marry someone with the loves the outdoors trait, which he does not have. So unless that changes, he's not the one for her. So she'll have to break his heart, which is fine. And not for nothing, the only thing in her house at the moment is a cheap refrigerator, and that's only because she grilled something and I didn't want it to go to waste. So good luck, Carlos, no bed for you. She ended up giving her disease to him, and then he, in turn, got her pregnant. So there's a baby on the way too early. When she told him she was pregnant, they ended up arguing. But hey, since he's not the one, no problem. On the positive side, she now has 2 chickens and a cow. In just 6 days, she's got all that. Checking back with Carlos, it seems he's still not ready to accept the pregnancy, and now he's become unflirty because of it. Too bad, Carlos. Let me introduce you to baby Dominique. Short time later, some random gnomes stopped by to upgrade and clean my everything. Dominique aged up into a toddler, but guess who's pregnant again? Carlos is still not happy about it. So Carlos' mother and sister invited themselves for a stayover, even though I don't even know if we have a bed at this point. I think we might, but only one. And so Emily reached level 5 of her gardening career and completed her oversized crop garden. So she quit her gardening career and switched over to the farmer career, which is a mod, and we gave her the farmer trait. Well, it seems that Carlos has decided to accept this pregnancy. Emily then asked him to marry her because she's pregnant, and apparently he said yes. So they went off and got married at the Sim equivalent of the Justice of the Peace. In the hospital, while trying to check in to have baby number 2, Emily peed herself. We'll just say that her water broke, and then she crashed on the floor from exhaustion. So much fun. Poor Emily. It's only going to get worse, because welcome baby Sierra and baby Trevon and baby Corbin. Yep, you heard that right. Triplets. Emily has declared that she does not want more children at this time. Poor girl thought she was tired before the delivery. And here is a family portrait as it stands at this point. She goes into town and does one more big sell at the market because she's got triplets to age up, and she makes 6,200 simoleons, which should be enough to furnish their beds. Sierra and Corbin age up and are sensitive, and Trevon is calm. And here is a video makeover for Carlos, because we hadn't done him, and the triplet. Then we get a notification that Brown Cow is unhappy. Look, I didn't even have time to name you, and now I've got triplet infants to take care care of. And now the chickens are revolting. To be fair, this is exactly what's supposed to happen. So, too bad. So sad. Dominic aged up with the cheerful trait, although I don't know how, and the social butterfly aspiration. Her colors are orange and brown. And here's the room that she will share with Sierra. And here's a makeover for Dominic. New family picture. Because Dominic wants to focus on cooking, Emily enlists her help to cook some garlic noodles. Unfortunately, keeping 3 infants happy means failing all of the holidays, and that's a trend that continues for quite a while. The triplets are now toddlers. Sierra is a charmer, Corbin is silly, Trayvon is independent, and they get a room makeover and a cast makeover. One of the things that we need to do is have an affair with someone else to try and get some money to save the farm. So we begin to woo Jeffrey a land grab. We had a pop-up that she has a pristine reputation, but I don't know how long that will last with what she's planning to do. Dominique becomes an A student, and here's a new family portrait. Turns out Jeffrey was playing too hard to get, and I couldn't waste my time with him, so we decided to go pay Mortimer Goth a visit. The triplets age up, and they get a makeover. Carlos has come a long way. It almost makes me feel bad for what Emily is about to do to him. And here's a picture of the whole house asleep at the same time, including the animals, unheard of, and the latest family. Emily is an adult now. She celebrated by bringing Mortimer to that Cordelia's lot in Henford-on-Bagley, that little secluded place up in the top. And they enjoyed their first kiss. And then they became romantic partners and headed for the animal shelter, not once, but twice. And of course, guess who's pregnant again? She doesn't know who the father is, but I know it's not Carlos's baby. They did a paternity test, and Mortimer, you are the father. We can't pay the bills, so we need to speed things up a little bit. So Emily told Carlos about cheating with Mortimer. He took it about as well as can be expected. Emily told Sierra, and she seemed okay to have a brother or sister. Dominique does not want a new sibling. Trayvon also says, no way, Jose. Corbin thinks that could be nice. A pop-up came for Cupid's counseling, and maybe, but not right now, because Carlos is understandably still too hurt and angry. Due to selling some elderly chickens, we are able to pay the bills. Emily decides to go and visit Bella and tell her that she's having Mortimer's baby, suggests that she leave him, but Bella said, no, I still love him. We worked on Mortimer a little more, and then finally he agreed to end it with Bella. Dominique turned into a teen. We added the erratic trait and the master chef aspiration. And then we get a makeover. And here is the latest family picture. Because of everything that is going on, Emily and Carlos are getting a divorce. Carlos went to talk to his sister and moved in with her and Wolfgang. Mortimer texted something about his horizons, and her thought is, sweetheart, your horizons are leading you right here. She invited him over. She proposed, and he said yes. They decided to elope on the spot, which brought in 219,000 simoleons, which should save the farm. Monica called, thinks that Mortimer and I make a great couple. Monica is Carlos's mother. I think she should be on his side, but whatever. Jeffrey called and congratulated us, and I'm like, it could have been you. I didn't want to do this to Bella. This is your fault. Baby Elsie is born. We added a room for the baby because nothing is too good for our goth babies. And we updated the entire house with some of Morty's money. We got a new kitchen, new bed, computer because he's a writer, so we needed that. Another bathroom, also needed with 7 in the house now. We elevated the foundation and added some stairs, a bit of clutter and decor. We got a llama and another chicken coop. And here's a new family portrait with Mortimer starring. We spent some aspiration points to get a free gardener and maid. No nanny because, her focus is entirely on her family, so nobody else gets to take care of them. Mortimer wrote a book about his new baby, and we decided to make a family recipe. And Emily is pregnant again. Mortimer's thrilled. I'm not. Damn it, Emily. Keep your legs closed. Elsie turns out to be a sunny infant, and so here's her makeover. Carlos stopped by for a visit. Now, I thought about making this real messy, but we didn't go too far, but she did have conversations with him in front of Mortimer while he was asleep in the bed, so he could have woken up, but he didn't. Carlos went in and took a tub. She wanted to tell him, you don't live here anymore. She wanted to tell him that's inappropriate. But then we got this little pop-up that said that they're still married and getting a divorce. Now, I thought they already got a divorce, which means Emily is a polygamist. I didn't know The Sims allowed that. Must be something in the Wonderful Whims mod, but she did not completely divorce Carlos, so she's married to both of them. So we got a thing that Mortimer's like, hey, I haven't been romantic with my partner in a long time. What the heck are you talking about? We're standing in front of the bed, about to woohoo as we speak. The Sims, right? Well, at least he's family oriented now, so there's that. Morty is now aged up. He's an old man. Better be careful. Darn it, Mortimer, I told you to be careful, but you had to prove that you could go again. And then he died of overexertion from too much woohoo. Emily pleaded with Grimm, and luckily she had a death frog in her pocket, which I didn't know about, so Mortimer is spared this time. Emily's in labor, and Mortimer suggests either Connor or Cassidy for names, and they go to the hospital, and Alexander called. That's your daddy, whatever. So we tried to check in. I don't know what happened. It glitched. So Emily's just going to be pregnant until the day she dies, which, to be fair, she hasn't done much else anyway. We tried resetting everyone involved. We tried going home, which just sent them back to the hospital. I finally had to switch control to Dominique and then have them return home that way. So that worked. Anyway, we had baby Connor at home. Carlos wants to visit, and Sierra just couldn't say no to her dad. She starts freaking out like that pre-pregnancy jitter thing that guys get. Dude, I already had the baby. It's not yours anyway. Fatal exertion again. This time she was going to demand Grimm spare Mortimer, but her pleas fell on deaf ears because she was taking a long bath. Look at how confident she is. Just a little bit of sadness way down the list. Seems sketchy to me. The epitaph reads, he served his purpose. Goodbye, Morty. New family picture. She mastered parenting, which is one of her skills that she needs to do. Just gardening left to go. Connor aged up into a wiggly infant. Brown cow ran away. Look, Unnamed brown cow, I've been busy with raising 6 kids and the death of my husband, so you go ahead and run away. I do not care. I'll get another one. Ellie, aged up to be fussy, and here's her makeover. Dominique invited her father over. Thinks she's trying to play matchmaker. And while they aren't friends, it seems the attraction is definitely still there. She's standing there in her 90s, so what's a guy to do? And then Ghost Mortimer walks up and applauds. So, whatever? No, not woohoo, but they are comfortable enough to shower together, which, if you have seen that interaction, is arguably more intimate. So she asked him to stay the night, and they cuddled until they fell asleep. And they slept until almost noon. And Dominique just on the computer looking pleased. Sierra aged up and added the generous trait and the nerd brain aspiration. Corbin got animal enthusiast and sheep of mischief aspiration. Trayvon wants to be fabulously wealthy and got a materialistic trait to help out with that. He promptly completed that entire aspiration thanks to his mother and Mortimer's money, so he switched it out for Mansion Baron instead. Here are the makeovers. Carlos is moving back in. I'm sure his sister will be happy about that. Now, if Emily can just control herself. And here is the family now. Connor aged up fussy, and here's his makeover. Winterfest came. Trayvon got a soccer ball. Corbin got Jazzycat. Emily got a new stove. Sierra got a microscope, which makes so much sense that she's the nerd brain. And Dominique got a slablet. Elsie is now a child with the artistic prodigy aspiration, and that because we got art lover for her trait. And here's her makeover. Emily and Carlos decided that they should renew their vows. They are so happy. I hope it lasts. An hour, maybe 2 hours later, after they had their honeymoon woohoo, Emily is dying from laughter. I don't know why all of her moodlets went playful instead of romantic. Carlos pleaded for her life, but Grimm said no. They just got remarried. They finally got their life together, and she died laughing. Was it all a joke to you, Emily? Was it? So with only 2 days left in this generation, we leave Emily. Here's what we achieved. The only thing we missed was about a half a skill level in gardening. And here is how the generation started and how it ended. Can't wait to see what Generation 2 has in store for us. I hope you enjoyed that. Just a different way, the entire generation in one video. If you like that, well, even if you don't, I'm probably going to do that for the rest of this legacy challenge, because one video is a whole lot easier than 30 videos per generation. So anyway, let me know what you think. Comment down below. You know what to do. Like, subscribe, do all of that. Check out another video, see if you like it. I have lots to choose from. So anyway, that's going to do it from me. Until next time, I leave you with hugs and cookies, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.